morning, kids. This week we are reviewing division, and we are going to go from simple division problems to progressively more difficult division review throughout this week. But the biggest thing that I want you to remember this week is the vocabulary. It's the most important piece of this, is understanding the vocabulary of division as we move through. And the way that we're going to do that is we're going to pull apart a problem. You can see today's division problems are pretty simple. If you have your multiplication tables down, you're going to nail this in probably less than 5 minutes. But I want you to stop and I want you to think about the different vocabulary terms for the pieces of a division problem. And up top here we have 11 divided by 5. And when we look at 11, that number that is inside, the number that is being divided or broken into parts, is called the dividend. And a dividend is just a number that's being split into a certain number of parts. The number on the outside, in this case, the 5, is called the divisor. And the divisor tells us how many groups we are splitting our dividend into. And then when we solve this problem, our answer is called the quotient. And in this case, we know that 5 can go into 11 2 times, and 2 times 5 is 10. Well, we subtract 11 minus 10 and we're left with 1. And that leftover 1, because 5 doesn't divide equally or evenly into 11, is our remainder. And so we write that as R1. And that's our remainder. And our remainder is just what's left over when you can't divide a number evenly by the divisor. And those are the pieces of a division problem that I really want you to familiarize yourself and memorize those vocabulary terms during this week. So you have dividend, divisor, quotient, and remainder. This week you will need to be able to tell me each part, and the way that you will do this to show me that you understand your vocab terms and the pieces of a division problem. On Friday, when we do some of our assessing what we know, I'm going to ask you to tell me, where do you put the divisor? And you will write the word divisor where it belongs. D-I-V-I-S-O-R. I will ask you where you would find the dividend, and you will put the dividend where it belongs. D-I-V-I-D-E-N-D. I will ask you where you would find the quotient, and you will write the word quotient. Q-U-O-T-I-E-N-T belongs. And then I will ask you where you would write the remainder, and you can just write a capital R for remainder. And that way, Thank you.